All right, as we mark 1 year from the start of this pandemic in Wisconsin, there's some new perspective on how we got through it all, the lockdowns and social distancing. Steve Shamra is joining us live now at Lakeshore State Park tonight to explain. Steve?
Shannon, we are in a state park tonight because it's places like this that people flocked to during the pandemic. When bars and restaurants were open, they had limited capacity. The common sense of social distancing said people shouldn't get together in groups indoors. So what did they do? They got together in places outdoors. The state parks were hotter than ever.
Long before there was a vaccine for COVID-19, there was a tonic that eased the pain of lockdowns and social distancing. A remedy as simple as getting outside.
Guess where we brought you today?
Lake Michigan?
We are in Lakeshore State Park.
Oh, yeah, really? Are you?
We met up with Jason Stein outside in a Wisconsin state park. He's with the Wisconsin Policy Forum, and they found the pandemic drove people to state parks in staggering numbers.
It seemed as if you could look at just anything, cross-country skiing, bird watching, hunting, fishing, you could just look everywhere and see some evidence of, increased outdoor participation.
For example, sales of state park stickers was up 42% in 2020 compared to 2019. Fishing licenses were up 13%, including more than 93,000 first-timers. And at Lions Den Nature Preserve in Ozaukee County, 269,000 people passed through the gates in 2020. That's 2.5 times the number they'd see in a normal year.
That's a state park that kind of really serves an urban area. What can the state learn, take away from that data?
I think for one, it underlines that nature can be a source of consolation and enjoyment for people when lots of other stuff gets taken away from them.
At Lakeshore State Park, there are plenty of ways to ease your mind: walking, running, biking, and fishing. Over the last year, dedicated anglers noticed a lot more competition for the good spots.
Everyone started coming out a little bit more and enjoying the outdoors, and they just wanted to kind of get away from everybody and start buying outdoor equipment and kayaks and fishing stuff.
For the DNR, this new popularity means new opportunities to promote the state parks.
Now that you have real data that says this, what can DNR do with this?
First off, as you said, high visitations. So many people have their favorite properties that they will continue to come to year after year. What we want to also capitalize on is really sharing an awareness of the entire Wisconsin State Park system.
Already, the Evers administration has proposed spending $70 million over the next decade to buy more state lands and fund new parks. It's not clear if Republicans will go along with that plan, but Jason Stein says it is obvious Wisconsin's natural resources are more popular and in more demand than ever.
And park spending is discretionary spending. It's not a must-have in the sense that waters and sewers and fire protection is. But we can see over the past year that it is something that many people in the state value and turn to.
All right, Steve, so the park's popularity spiked because of this pandemic, but is there any sign that the trend will continue?
There is some data that suggests that the people who were here last year will be back in the future. Sales of things like fishing tackle, like kayaks, small rowboats, camping equipment, those numbers were up really big as well during the pandemic. And if somebody shelled out their own hard-earned money for that stuff, chances are they're going to want to use it again.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thanks, Steve.